we now want to cover the mirrorWeights tool. Now the mirrorWeight tool will take the weighting on one side and snap it over on the other side. Now it's important to understand is that this tool relies heavily on the UVs. It pretty much just takes the UV map and squashes it together like a butterfly and applies it on the other side. So we can find this tool under skin and we can go into our mirror skin weights right there and go into the options. Now by default, I'm going to reset it. By default, we're normally going to be in YZ because we want to take from the net positive axis, which is this side, and move it over to the negative axis on the other side. And this is pretty much ready to go. Now, I can't stress more, you need to save as a new file before doing this because it will sometimes completely obliterate your weight maps from side to side. And it has a bad tendency of really messing up the weights in the central line as it goes on. But if I'm doing my limbs and I want to transfer it to the other side, this is a good tool to do that. It's just when I going to the back, I'm pretty much not going to be mirroring my weights over because I just don't want to mess up anything else on the other side. So right now I have my geometry, I'm in weight mode, and I'm going to do more YZ over here. Now originally I had some weights on the other side here, like this. You can see how they're not quite the same here. Oops, I select edge. There we go. So I just want to see what it looks like when it goes over, and I'm going to say apply. Okay, it took a little away there. You can see how it looks very similar on the two now, like that. And it didn't seem like, oh, that wasn't a big risk. It can be, especially when you're doing really refined weights. This is pretty much blocked out, so I don't care if it, as long as I don't have residual weights on each side, I don't really mind. But when you're getting really refined and really soft weights, small changes to that it's like blotting paint down on a finalized, picture. It can really drive you crazy. So be very smart when using this. Don't just apply. Just go in, save, do the result, look and see what it did, look at other areas that you did paint, so make sure those didn't get messed up, and then go back. If I'm sounding really cautious, I've had many times where this tool has completely destroyed my weights. Also, make sure you're back in T-pose for your character when you're using this, otherwise bad things happen. Winter things can really go wrong. For UVs are not laid out, it will not work. If you have overlapping UVs, it will cause huge problems onto it. So our character has UVs laid out, but otherwise, if you don't, then you would have to reweight both the size or find an online tool that maybe uses a more, instead of a UV based one, it use a database based one, like a component editor based one.